Today you are going to be creating art about a teacher or someone at school who has shared kindness with you, just like Mr. Rogers. Once you have chosen your picture, use a crayon or a pencil to fill the back with black. Now you don't want to have any white lines because after this is all filled in with black, you're going to be tracing the lines of the portrait. So I'm going to kind of go both directions, making sure there's no space or white lines, that it's a nice filled black on the back of the picture. When I'm done, I'll flip it over and I'm going to take either a really sharp pencil or a pen, place this picture on my paper, and start to trace. So I'm looking to trace the lines of the face, so the side of the face, the details of like the chin or the smile lines, and just making sure to press down nice and hard with my pen or my sharp pencil. So I'm going over the details of like Mr. Eppert's glasses, his ears, making sure to look at the inside parts of his eye, eyebrows, just the shape of the eyebrows, around where his hair is, noticing and going really slowly around these details because that's what's going to make this artwork look like the person that you are tracing. So just looking for details. You don't need to get the teeniest, tiniest details, but do your best to just look closely at their eyes, nose, mouth, eyebrows, and that kind of thing. You don't have to get every shadow, but some shadows are good to kind of see details. Here you can see I'm doing kind of like the creases to show his smile lines. And then making sure to trace the outside and inside part of the lip, not just the outside, and then the lines between the teeth here, and then his neck and shoulders. Once you are done, you will take this off and you will see that the color from the back of the picture has transferred onto your final paper. How cool! After that, you are going to go over those lines with a Sharpie. You can use a really fine point Sharpie or a thicker Sharpie, it's up to you. Again, just make sure to take your time and use good craftsmanship, especially around small detail areas. You do not need to get the details on this person's shirt because we're going to have everyone be wearing a Mr. Rogers red cardigan, and I'll show you how to do that. We'll have everyone wear a tie and a cardigan. So again, you're just tracing over your lines. Now when I get to the eyebrows and the hair, I might draw little lines to show where the hair is. The eyes too, I noticed that he had some creases under his eyes, again to kind of show the smile. So I do go back and trace or draw in some creases underneath his eyes to show that his eyes are smiling. And then just looking closely at the details. See there, I'm drawing some little creases over and under his eyes to show a smile. And then finishing up his hair with little lines just to show some details. If you want to do more lines, if that person has darker hair, you could totally do that. But we're not going to add any more color to the skin or the hair of each person. We are going to add a collar and a tie like Mr. Rogers. So you can see me doing that here. And then that's how you draw a cardigan, just a couple of lines down. You could draw in some buttons and a tie, and then we're all going to have red cardigans just like Mr. Rogers when we add color later. You could use a crayon or a colored pencil. I used crayon in the video and just tried to color everything in one direction. I actually recommend using a marker because I think then the red will be nice and bright, and then each person will just be a simple line drawing, and the color is actually going to be coming in the background. Before we add color in the background, we're going to be writing some words. So you chose this person because there's someone who has been kind to you. So in the background, you might write either words to describe that person and their kindness in our school, or you might write down a specific memory or things that you do with this person that makes you feel loved and cared for, and that ways that this person in our school shows others kindness. And it might be to you, or maybe you've seen them doing this to other people. So in my background, I wrote, "Thank you for always encouraging me to try new ideas." And when you write your words, it's part of your art, so you want to, first of all, make sure things are spelled correctly. That's part of craftsmanship when you're writing words. You can use different types of letters, thick and thin and big and small, but we will use permanent markers for our letters in the background. You can fill the background, or you can just do small parts. Again, you could write a story or something, or just words that describe this person. When you're done writing the words in permanent marker, you're going to be making a rainbow in the background, because this week, or this kindness week, we're focusing on coloring our world with kindness. So I'm going to start with my primary colors. Red on the left side, yellow in the middle, and blue close to the edge, but I need to leave room for purple. Then I'm going to put a stripe of secondary colors, orange in between red and yellow, green in between yellow and blue. If you're not sure what order to do these in, you can look at the color wheel on the wall, and purple at the end. If you wanted your stripes going a different direction, or to do your rainbow in a different way, that's fine. Then I'm going to take water and a paintbrush and carefully start to spread. Notice how I started with yellow, the lightest color. I only dip my brush into water once for 2 colors, and then for red I dipped into it again. You do not need a lot of water to spread these colors. When I'm done with my warm colors, I'll clean out my brush, go over to green, and start to spread that carefully. Notice when I go around the drawing, I'm super careful not to get the color on my drawing. So really take your time to not get the rainbow colors on your drawing, and to carefully spread the colors with your water and your paintbrush.